Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday Motivational Monday podcast. I am your host, Joy Amore, and thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, if you haven't already, please go down in the comments and let me know that you are here listening to the podcast on a Monday. Make sure that you are subscribed and turn your notification bells on so that way that you're receiving all of my notifications. You need to know when I'm uploading new videos and when I'm here and when I'm on. So if you're new, this is intended to be in a podcast format. You don't have to, even though I premiere this live so that way I can listen to it with you guys and, answer any questions, or we can be in the comments together kind of chatting it up. This is not something that you absolutely have to stop everything you're doing and look at. All I ask is that you lend me your heart and lend me your ears. So if you need to, you can, throw in your headphones, your AirPods, your headphones, whatever you have, and just listen to me while you go on about your daily routine. I try to keep these to about 20 minutes, and we'll just have a quick chat, and hopefully it helps us get started for our week. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. How many of you guys found that last week was really a week? This is a Motivational Monday, but I'm going to probably be replaying this for myself because I really struggled. I struggled last week and I struggled this week, but I refuse to allow a temporary circumstances to take up permanent residency in my brain. So let's just chit chat. That's all. I'm not going to preach at you. I just want to talk. So basically, I really wanted to talk to you guys about decisions. And what do we allow to shape and determine our decisions? How do we make our decisions? Are we making permanent, life-changing decisions based on momentary feelings, temporary circumstances? Or are we really being intentional about planning our future and making goals and, achieving those goals? What is it that we're really doing? That's the question. If I had to name this something other than Motivational Monday, I think that would be what I would want to talk about. So I had something happen that was a little hurtful and kind of threw me off guard. And how many of us know that it's usually the people who are closest to us that can hurt us the most? So, yes, I just popped popcorn in my mouth while I'm trying to do a Motivational Monday podcast. That just kind of tells you how my week was. But no. So I believe, and I'm not talking about you guys, I'm just talking about me, that I allowed something temporary to permanently affect me. And that I got really upset about something and how it made me feel in the moment and allowed it to ruin my day and almost ruin my weekend. I'm a plus size girl. I pride myself in being confident and courageous. I talk to you guys about that all the time. That, I do things even though I'm afraid. In spite of how I feel in the moment, I still do them anyway. But I was getting prepared to do some things. Now, mind you, I had a really big win last week. Hopefully you guys are watching my other videos too. You'll know that I did a swimsuit haul for the second time, which is, a big deal for me. Any plus size woman, especially a woman of color and a woman who's, over a particular size of plus, knows that it can be kind of difficult, to put yourself out there and be ready to take head on anything that anyone has to say. And that's where I was. So I definitely would say that I had a win, I had a really positive feedback from my video that I did, the swimsuit haul take 2. And I said, okay, people are telling me that I'm touching them. People are watching my videos. They're communicating with me. They're responding. Okay, things are going well. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely, better than what I thought it would be. And then this thing happens to me where something as simple as something someone says, I allowed it to really, really hurt me and, bring me to a place that I haven't been to in a long time emotionally. I am the type of person, I can deal with pretty much all emotions. Like, my favorite is anger. I could deal with anger so easily, like so many of us can. Disappointment or fear, rejection. I can deal with these things. But sometimes that hurt is a sneaky devil. And that's one of those things that I struggle, that I don't always deal with very well. I don't, and I'm old enough and wise enough and honest enough to admit that. And how many of you guys have dealt with something where you thought you were over it, but maybe somewhere in it came along and it hit you in a different way than it normally would? And the thing about it is not that you got upset. It's not that you got hurt. It's not that you got in your feelings, but you allowed it to, build a house and set up shop there. And it pretty much it allowed you to be frozen in that moment. And I think that for me, that's something that I'm working past this week, is to not continuously relive words over and over again. Or, how many times does the circumstances come or something happen and we relive it over and over and over, and we think about, well, I could have said this and I could have done this, and why didn't they just say this, and what did they mean when they said this? And, it's the words that can cut so deeply and that can hurt so badly. And, it doesn't give us a right to say hurtful words just because we were hurt, right? So the moral of the story in this week's Motivational Monday, I completely believe that it's okay to have feelings, whatever they may be. Those are your feelings. They are valid in that moment. So if it's doubt, if it's rejection, if it's hurt, like it was for me, whatever it is, in that moment, it's okay. But don't allow it to take root and to fester and to grow. And don't allow it to negatively affect your decision making. When you allow temporary things to take up permanent residence in your heart or in your mind, they can affect your decision making negatively. And you'll find yourself making a decision and putting yourself in a place that you never meant to be. And it doesn't have to be that way. So listen, none of us are perfect. We are all striving to do better. We are all working towards doing better. So for this week, it's not never, ever feeling hurt. It's not never feeling disappointed. It's not never feeling rejected. It's not never feeling failure. It's feeling those things, but picking up and moving on and moving past them and not making detrimental decisions or reacting to those things right then in that moment in a way that negatively impacts you for a long period of time. I'm hoping that you guys understood where I was coming from. I know this was a little bit different, a little bit deeper, but it's definitely what was on my heart. I'm hoping that it's something that will help you. You know that I love you so, so much. If you have any questions, or if you would like to remain anonymous, or anything that you want me to cover, or that you want me to talk about in a Motivational Monday, please, I was going to say DM me, get in the DMs, but send me a message on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Miss MISSPLUSAMOR. You can remain anonymous, send me a message, let me know, if you have any questions. Do it, we can do it Dear Joy style if you have to. But listen, beauty is a state of mind, not body. My mind is stuck on gorgeous. What are you thinking? I want to know. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much for listening and have an amazing week.